One thing that stood out to me was that there was nearly 1 million spare bedrooms in Ireland. Every once in a while you see something and you think that's a better way of doing it. Or that's the way we did it 20 years ago, why did we drift so far away from it? Sometimes the simple approach is the best one, and I think this approach is a better approach for landlords, and it flips the script a little bit or throws the rule book out the window. It's actually been set up to help renters in a rental crisis, but I think agents and landlords are the ones who could really benefit from this if they adopt the right and correct approach to it. A few weeks ago, I had a long conversation with Patrick Drinan, the founder of Homehack.com. We nearly chatted for about 2 hours. Pat's on a mission to help renters find homes easier and faster and match tenants with landlords. His website, Homehack, allows tenants to create a tenant profile, put themselves out there online, set their budgets, where they want to live. Imagine kind of LinkedIn as he explains it for renters. Landlords can view some details, some references, where they work, how close their work is to the subject property. Landlords and their agents can then invite those potential tenants to view the property, and if the tenant wishes, they can share more information with the landlord. Everyone is ID verified, so all parties know who they're dealing with, which is great. Tenants can even create a get to know me video. I will leave a link to Homehack below so you can check it out yourself. But I remember about 20 years ago, before my home went daft, it was normal for landlords to put up notices in nearby colleges or hospitals or places to work advertising that they had a place to rent. Landlords had an idea who might be suitable for the property and they put a notice there, i.e. a suitable tenant might be a student, therefore they went to the colleges. A suitable tenant might be a nurse, they went to the hospitals. Homehack kind of allows landlords to do exactly the same thing now without actually having to physically go to the college, hospital or office block, because landlords can search out businesses, colleges or hospitals near the property that they have to rent and see what potential tenants or employees that are there that are searching for properties. So rather than having to place an advert on Daft and get 3,000 emails, and worse still, even having queues outside the property for viewings, which should really never ever happen because it attracts media attention, and there's no reason an agent or a landlord should ever allow that to happen because it just wastes everyone else's time. Homehack flips the script on this. Tenants can make themselves more appealing to landlords and landlords source them out. It reduces 3,000 emails sent to the landlord and saves on time because tenants' profile includes all the references and additional information that the landlord may need. While the system has been set up to benefit renters and tenants, and it will, agents and landlords could be the main benefactors of this if they approach it correctly. It cuts out unnecessary viewings, advertisements, emails. It also reduces the concerns that landlords and agents have about bad tenants because it provides references and ID checks all in one spot. Pat has also done a lot of research on vacant bedrooms, and he shared some articles and stats with me. One thing that stood out to me was that there was nearly 1 million spare bedrooms in Ireland, 890,000 spare bedrooms according to the latest stats. This suggests that there is a mismatch of resources in housing, and we have the wrong type of dwellings. Population has increased and family size has dropped. There is enough bedrooms for everyone but not enough homes, and there is a mismatch of allocation. I'm kind of glad we don't live in a communist state, but this misallocation should create some opportunities for people to rent out rooms. I recall speaking to my mum some time ago about lodgers in the past. She recalls nearly always having a lodger in her house when she was a child. They had a small shop and a bakery business, and employees would live in the home sometimes up to when they got married. But it was very common all across Ireland, up and down the country, that people would rent their spare rooms. That tradition has gone away. Right now, personally, I don't think I would share a house with someone. We have a young baby, and it's not something I would consider unless it was a friend or a family member. But Pat's research points out that the majority of these spare rooms in Ireland are held by people who are 50 and above. So perhaps a tool like Homehack could help those people get to know a potential tenant, perhaps a nurse in a nearby hospital, And that owner or that person who is perhaps in retirement or near retirement could benefit from the 14,000 rent a room tax relief as they enter into retirement or as they are in retirement. And I think renting a room becomes less of potluck or less of a daunting task if the landlord is able to go onto a site like Homehack and see some potential tenants that might be looking to live in their area. So perhaps a prop tool like Homehack may unlock some of these bedrooms. It might also help people who are looking to get on the property ladder and buy a property in a certain area, but know they don't need all the bedrooms just yet because they perhaps haven't started their family yet, and they may want to Homehack, i.e. rent out one of the rooms, and this website could really help them find a tenant even before they finish buying their property. We still have a major understock of housing and rental stock in Ireland, and small landlords are leaving in their thousands, but perhaps if those landlords find a better way to find tenants, they might be willing to stay in the market. And it is good to know that some people are working on ways to improve the market, both for renters and landlords and even buyers, because in recent weeks I have been speaking to people who are really trying to help improve the buying process. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel to make sure you see those videos in the future. Let me know what you think about Homehack. Will it be a benefit for landlords and tenants? Is it something you might consider using? Let me know in the comments below. Also, show your support for the channel by hitting that like button. As always, thanks for watching.